morning, what is happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. We're back in the garage with the 135. Today we are working on the interior and we just got a nice little package from Colorado N5X. Let's check it out. All right, big shout out to the guys over at Colorado N5X for sending this out. They have a ton of E82 parts that I'm actually working with them on a bunch of different stuff, but this is just the beginning. I've been wanting to do a Alcantara themed interior on this car. Originally, you know, the 1Ms, they had that Alcantara with the orange, but I didn't want orange. I wanted to do something a little more custom, so I decided to go with white stitching. Now, one thing I do want to mention is when you guys order from them, you can decide to do whatever you want. You can do no stitching, you can do blue, yellow, whatever you want. But I thought that this theme was cool, being that it was on the 1M. It's just a little bit different and a little bit more unique for my car. Personally, I've kind of been over like the whole interior carbon theme stuff lately, but I really do enjoy the Alcantara, and I think that all of this looks really good. So if you guys are interested in buying something like this for your E82 or E90s, they got a bunch of different stuff for BMWs. I'll have a link down below. Make sure you check out their website. I'm sure you guys have heard of them. They have plenty of products for our cars. These guys are the GOAT. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and start this install. I'm gonna show you a little bit about what we have going on inside of the car right now. So I currently have the black trim, which it's not bad. There's really nothing wrong with the black trim, but again, I just kind of wanted to move into more of like a 1M stylish interior or themed interior. In general, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that changes in this interior. For one, the front seats are likely gonna be swapped out for something different at some point. And lastly will be the pillars and this headliner. Man, the gray clashes so incredibly hard with everything else in this car. Everything is black or red, and then you get to this like super light gray headliner and the pillars. It just looks really goofy. So we will be swapping everything over to the black interior, black headliner, black pillars, all of that stuff. However, that will be at a later date. So today we're gonna be focusing on this guy, these guys, and of course this entire surround section over here. So one thing that I will be forfeiting is my cover on this. I don't believe I can run that anymore with the new setup. However, that's not really that big of a deal to me. But all in all, this should be a really, really easy install. These all just pop right out just like any other BMW. These guys down here, there's a little slot that you can put your finger into or like a trim tool, and then you just pry up and peel back, and it's gonna be the same story for all the stuff in here. So let's get to it. All right, let's start with the handles first. And like I said before, there's a little slot down here on each of them, but you basically just pry up like that, and you'll start to hear it come out. Pull it towards you, whole thing will come out just like that. So when you're inserting these, you're gonna see these two slots down here, and then you're gonna see this tab up here. Nice. It feels it feels great. I don't want to get it dirty. Yeah, fits really good too, obviously. Super clean, man. I like the theme. I think it goes really well with this car. The shift boot was white from BMW, so that's kind of just why I went with the white everywhere else. Like, it just sort of made sense to run with that theme, you know? So, it looks good. I'm gonna tackle the other one, and then we'll work on this stuff over here. There we go. Damn. Nice. All right, same deal for this trim piece. Basically just pops up. Once you get it started, you can put your hands in there and pull it out. So, gonna want to transfer these over, but yeah, that's all it's snapping into. All right, let's put it on. I think that's good. All right, so we're gonna work on this first. We gotta remove that in order to get to the back piece over there. The way that this whole thing comes out, unfortunately you have to take all of this out in order to just get to the trim. So we'll pop off the shift knob, we'll pull up the shift boot. We got those two little Torx bolts out. There's a little plastic, well, they're supposed to be, mine's missing. There should be two little push pins on each side. Typically you'll have them right there, but mine are missing, so we don't need those. And then you'll have a couple of, I believe they are 10 mils right in there. So we'll pull the foam out of here too. You're gonna unplug that right there. And then there's also on the back, you can pop off this trim, and behind the trim, there's gonna be a nut as well, a couple of nuts. And then also right here, you're gonna wanna pop this little piece off, and there's gonna be a bolt in there as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and start removing everything. Like I said, it's kind of a process. Gonna move all this stuff out. So we're gonna get into it. All that for some trim, bro. That's crazy. A couple more little screws we got to address on the back here. We got this guy right here, a couple Torx, and then this should all drop out. I really came in here thinking that this would be like a 10-minute job. I guess not. This trim then just comes right up. As you release all those tabs. Okay, this should come out too. If I wanted to retain all this, I could. But I don't know. I kind of like the idea of just having an open space there for my phone. I'm always kind of looking for spots in this car for phone. Also, kind of had a random idea. I sort of want to like delete the armrest. I wonder if I could just do that. I think it'd be way cooler without the armrest. So you can see how this is basically just like a big compartment now. So we'll just take the new piece and set it on. The rest of the stuff should snap into place. Good, all the way around. Really good fitment all the way through on this stuff, man. It's like really snug. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna grab the back piece for this in the car and see. So I think you have to run it regardless. I mean, unless you want just like openness in the back, but I think it's way cooler without it. I think it's way cooler without it. Someone should just make like a block off plate, you know? I should have one like 3D printed that would just cover it so you wouldn't have to run it. And then it would just be like this super clean, kind of like the CS and like GTS. Super clean setup. Anyways, we're gonna have to run it for now, so we'll put this back on and then put everything back together, and we should be able to throw it in the car. Looks really good. I like this. I really like having this open like this. I think this makes way more sense. All right, got everything back together, and pretty much just the reverse of what you saw before. Go ahead and put in the final trim piece here. Line everything up. Man, this stuff fits good. Everything fits a lot more snug now because you have the Alcantara, so there's like fabric in between. Yeah, boot back on. Oh, dude, this looks good. Dude, it looks so nice. Oh my God. It's like a whole different interior for sure. a pleasant surprise that this worked out so well. So first of all, it's really, really beautiful. Like the trim is just, it's gorgeous. But at first I was concerned about losing my cigarette lighter and stuff over here, but I already got one. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, dude, that's chill. Just like that, that'll work. Just overall, like a great addition to this car. It feels totally different in here with all the Alcantara and everything. It's super nice. Completely changes it. I love it, man. It's really clean. Really clean. So next I want to find a solution for this. Either I get an Alcantara one that like kind of goes with this theme, or I just delete it. I also have a shift boot, an Alcantara shift boot, and a cover for this guy too, so for the e-brake. So we'll do that in a future video. But dude, these turned out really freaking good, man. Super happy with this. Easy install, not too bad. All right, man, things are coming along. Got a lot of stuff that we need to change in the interior in the future, seats and whatnot, but we're going in the right direction. There are some things I want to possibly get a new one of these as well, because this is just like torn up. Other than that, it's gonna look really good. Like once I do the e-brake, get a couple of new little like OEM parts and figure out my armrest, this interior will be buttered. Some of you guys were telling me to do the white LEDs for the instrument cluster. I kind of like the orange. Like, is that weird? Like, I kind of just like the old school, like, orange look to it. Anyways, huge shout out to the guys over at Colorado N5X for sending the stuff out. 10 out of 10 would recommend, man. It looks phenomenal. We're going to be installing a few more parts from them in the future. I'll have everything linked down below that you guys saw in this video, but thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.